Welcome to Whiskey. I'm Josh.
I'm Erin.
And today we're talking about why you can't trust anybody's opinion, including ours, and maybe the one or two occasions when you can.
Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey, the channel dedicated to giving real-world content to the real-world consumer.
Today we're talking about why you can't trust us.
Nope.
You can't trust anybody.
No.
And maybe the one or two circumstances under which you can. But before we get into that, Erin, how's it going? What are you drinking?
It's going well, and I don't know what I'm drinking.
You
What
are
am I
drinking
It's good.
Old Forester Rye.
Okay.
100 proof.
Yes.
So this is a bit of a darling in the whiskey community. You like rye. You're a rye gal.
I like me a rye.
I'm a bourbon guy. You're a rye gal. I poured you this tonight because I thought you'd like it.
I asked him to pour me a rye,
And
I didn't have any specifications on which one.
An Old Forester Rye is 20-ish, $22, $25 bucks.
Oh, you know me. You know I like inexpensive things.
She likes a good budget.
I like a good budget.
It says right here on the label, nothing better in the market. How can you argue with that?
I love a good budget-friendly purchase. Hello.
There's literally nothing better in the market than this bottle right here.
You love me so well.
How could you argue with this? My only issue...
And it's pretty good. It tastes really good to me.
My only issue is the screw top. I'm not big on screw
Yeah,
tops.
I get that. That's fine.
So-
But once you get rid of the bottle and you're drinking it,
I'm a bit of a cork snob.
you forget about the screw top.
I, tonight, am drinking Evan Williams Single Barrel. This, to me, is about as classic as bourbon gets. I love that they give you the date right there on the label. This was purchased in 2020. It was distilled and put in oak in 2012.
That's the year we will never speak about.
Yeah, it's just PTSD flashbacks right now. But it's an 8-year-old single barrel. So the cool thing about this, to me, being a bourbon nerd, is that every single barrel is going to be slightly different.
Okay.
So the flavor profile,
Help myself.
the flavor profile is going to be pretty standard. Evan Williams, they're in the business of making classic bourbon, classic Kentucky bourbon. So if you like classic Kentucky bourbon flavors, this is right in your wheelhouse. I think this is one of the best beginner bourbons on the market. I also think that it is a lower proof bourbon that even the seasoned whiskey snob can enjoy.
This is interesting. So bourbons are typically kind of sweeter, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell compared to this.
Oh, yeah. And that Old Forester is a sweet rye.
I can tell it in the smell.
Yeah.
Very much.
But the Evan Williams, I mean, comparing a rye to a bourbon, I have a sweet tooth. I have sweet teeth. They're all sweet. It's not just one.
Here, I'll give you
It's
that.
the whole lot of them.
Yep.
And
That's
so
true. That's very true.
something like that, when I just want something to easy sipping for $30, you get a tater-tastic wax top that you get to peel off. You get this little cool booklet that means, I don't know, it's got some story in there or something, some marketing pitch that
It's probably
somebody buys
amazing.
into.
They probably
It might be. Who
spent a
cares?
lot of time on this.
Yeah.
You should read that.
Yeah. Yeah. For what? I don't buy bourbon to read about it.
I mean, come on, dude.
What's in the glass at the end of the day matters to me, and that's it. And this stuff is good in the glass. And I love that. I mean, an 8-year single barrel for $30. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. I love that stuff. Now, should you trust our opinion on Old Forester Rye or Evan Williams single barrel bourbon? Matter of fact, let me prove it to you right now. Let me try this Old Forester Rye.
It's so good.
Smells like a lot of ryes smell to me, which is like household cleaners, house cleaner products.
Really? This smells like sugar. Although it doesn't taste like sugar.
Who doesn't love sugar?
I don't want to drink sugar.
Oh, I beg to differ.
It does smell really sweet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on. Take a second sip. You have to take a second sip. The first sip is always the deepest, the hardest.
But first cut's the deepest.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
First cut is
Thank
the
you for knowing where I was
deepest.
going with that.
My
Good old- is it Sheryl
dulcet
Crow?
tones. Heck if I know.
I think it's Sheryl Crow. Comment below if I'm wrong. Tell me who it is, because I don't know my artists. I know lyrics really well, but artists, I don't
Yeah,
know.
you guys will see this during the channel. I am not a big rye guy. Now, recently, I feel like some of the craft distillery ryes that are on the market that they're doing some interesting things with are winning me over with their sweetness. But you need a little more?
Yes, please.
Some of the craft distilleries out there that are doing some things with their rye are bringing a little more sweetness. But you could tell me that's a great glass, and then I taste it, and I don't love it.
Yep.
So that's directly to the point of the episode topic today, in that you can't just trust anybody's opinion. Matter of fact, you almost can't trust anybody's opinion.
Even ours, to be honest.
Even ours. Now, what are the exceptions to that?
Oh, well, I feel like if you kind of vibe with someone's palate, if you're very similar in what you like, then you can kind of take notes from them and kind of like, okay, well, she likes similar things to what I like, so I might like that as well. But then also try it for yourself and see. Don't just take our word for it. I like a rye whiskey. Josh does not like rye whiskey. So what he thinks is good is not going to be what I think is good, and vice versa.
If you have that friend that just loves rom-coms with Matthew McConaughey,
I mean,
not pointing any fingers,
let's be
who
honest.
that might be.
Matthew McConaughey, he's amazing.
If that's not your speed, you can't take that friend's opinion on movies for anything.
That's true. Agreed. I agree.
And whiskey's no different.
Yeah.
You can't take anybody's opinion as the gospel unless you know that their opinion aligns very closely with your own. If you're watching this channel, if you're someone who loves ryes, who loves Irish whiskeys, who loves anything that leans away from sweetness, your palate is going to align more with Erin's palate.
Totally.
You're going to like the things that she likes. If there's just like a sweet, sugary bomb in a glass and you like that, you're probably going to like more of what I like. But that said, don't take our opinions as fact. The rubric that we use to score glasses, to score pours, is we call it our objectively excellent subjective scoring rubric, because it's subjective. It's our opinion.
It is subjective. And I think that's all that this hobby, as it is.
Don't take it too seriously. Enjoy the journey. If you can get your hands on some good stuff that you like, it doesn't matter what anybody else's opinion of it is.
Exactly.
Enjoy it.
Whether it's a $30 bottle or a $130 bottle, if you like it, that's all that matters.
And any hype or allocated products that you see people chasing, you're not necessarily going to like that. It's such a matter of opinion. Find a local bar that you can go out to and that you can pay 10 or 15 bucks for a pour, and find out if you actually even like it before you bother chasing bottles.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, that's just common sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Or better yet, figure out how you can get it for free.
Like be married to a guy who is a bourbon nerd.
Who likes to buy bourbon with his spending money.
So I'm personally already taken, but you know, if you're
Find someone else.
shopping around for a spouse.
That's mine.
What is I think the other circumstance that you can trust someone else's opinion?
I don't know. Tell me.
If you have a local store and you have a person who works at that store.
Yes.
So this is a journey I went on. I was always the guy who, for New Year's Eve parties, I brought a Four Roses small batch, or I bought prior to like 2015, I'd maybe bring a Buffalo Trace before that product got hyped up. I'd bring a bottle of bourbon. That's what I did. I had a few go-tos that I went to.
And I think that's normal. I think everyone has a go-to.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing.
Just like you had a go-to of Jameson
and Bullet Rye.
You get your go-tos, and that's what you lean on. And if they dry up, I guess maybe you find another go-to.
I guess.
Or you just stop enjoying
or you just stop
whiskey
doing
at all.
social things with your friends.
Yeah. The caveat here, though, is that if you have a local store that you go to and you have a trusted person at that store that is maybe more experienced than you are, which was the case with me, I had a bourbon broker who was a friend of mine who was able to walk me through and say, oh, you like this, you might like this too. And he walked me through, and because of that relationship with him, I learned so many things about what I might like, what I might not like by proximity.
Yeah.
You living in the same house, you learned a lot of those things too.
And he also did that with me, because I remember we went in together and he asked me what I like, and I said I like rye. And so he gave us a few suggestions of what I might also like in addition to, I told him I like Bullet. He gave me some other suggestions that he thought I might like to try. And I did.
You like those ryes?
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have made those suggestions for me because I'm not a rye guy.
Yeah.
If you can find somebody like that can kind of tune into your palate, and it's a place that you visit regularly, that is only going to benefit you in your journey. It's probably going to save you money. It might feel like a little bit of a hassle to talk to somebody in a store every time you go.
Yeah, especially if you're more introverted and you don't want to do that. Like I just want to go in, I want to get what I want, and I want to leave. But it really does pay off to talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about.
If you want to try new products, if you want to try new things, and you want to find other things that you might like, if you just want to find that one or two things that are right in your wheelhouse, there's nothing wrong with that either.
No, not at all.
Pick what you like. I mean, for the longest time, you bought Jameson and Bullet Rye.
Yep.
And for the longest time, I bought Buffalo Trace and Four Roses Small Batch. And that's just what we did.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. If you know that's what you like and you're happy staying right in your wheelhouse, that's perfectly fine.
Yes.
If you are whiskey curious and you want to branch out a little bit, I think even more so than looking at reviews online, a couple of chuckleheads, like, well, I'm not calling you a
Speak for
chucklehead,
yourself, buddy.
a chucklehead and a very beautiful lady. If you want to hear what they have to say, then that's great. And if you find that they tend to like the things that you like as well, then you might be able to put some stock in their opinion.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like high proof bourbon and you're watching things that I say that are really good, and I really do like high proof bourbon,
you will not like what he says he likes.
Yeah, don't trust my opinion.
No, don't trust it.
If you don't like rye, don't trust her opinion.
So if you don't like the unsweeter things, then you won't like what I like.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
That makes sense.
That checks out.
You get what I'm saying.
Yeah. If you do, please send me a DM. Are we on? What are we on?
I don't think they do DMs
Comment
on
below.
YouTube. Comment below.
If you do, comment below so that I know what she's talking about, because I'm a little bit lost right now.
It's fine.
But that's fine. That's par for the course on a Tuesday. Trust your local source if you can. If you want to watch YouTube videos about people drinking bourbon and you align with their palate, then by all means factor that into your purchasing decisions.
Yeah.
You know,
we have our opinions. You're going to have your opinions.
Yep.
And that's okay. Take what we say, process it, use it for your information, and then make your decision accordingly.
Taste is so subjective. When you get involved in the online whiskey space, as you probably are if you're watching YouTube videos about people drinking whiskey, it is so easy to get sucked into the fact that people are saying this is good, this is bad. You got to like what you like.
Although this is good. Old Forester. Whatever that is, Old Forester.
That's debatable.
It's good.
But you have to make these decisions for yourself.
Yeah.
Taste is such a subjective, personal thing. Tastes differ. So trust your own palate, trust your own gut about what you like best.
Yeah.
Take in all the information you can. Use that to inform your purchases. At the end of the day, though, you got to make those decisions for yourself, whether that's something you would want to buy again or not. That's what we're trying to bring you guys. We're trying to bring you a consumer opinion, a consumer-focused channel here where we tell you whether we would buy it again or not and what we think about it. You can use that information to inform your own decisions. So that does it for this week's topic. Let's get into other stuff. It's my turn this week.
What you got?
My other stuff this week is to try something new as it relates to your whiskey hobby, particularly. You know, you can branch out if you want to. That's up to you.
How is that other stuff?
There's a lot of people, myself included for a very long time, who only drank whiskey out of a rocks glass on ice. You may find, if you have been enjoying whiskey for a long time and you're doing it in a rocks glass on ice, you may need to give it a shot neat. Grab you a Glencairn or two. I remember when we first got our Glencairns, the way that they funnel the aromas into your nose, like it is, I mean, it changes the tasting experience from a rocks glass.
I'm sure it does.
I mean, it's science, right? Like vapor science.
Science.
You can get in your routines and it's fun to branch out. Like it gives you a new way to enjoy the hobby that you've been enjoying for so long anyways.
That's fair.
And that's something I'm always going back to, that mind of how can I take a hobby that I enjoy and expand upon that, which is a big reason why we're doing a Whiskey Tube channel.
Yeah.
It has nothing absolutely to do with the fact that I get to hang out with my wife and drink whiskey with her. It's about expanding the hobby. So
for sure.
Expand your hobbies, try something new, grab you a Glencairn glass,
Or if you've been drinking out of a Glencairn glass, should you try it in a rocks glass on ice?
No.
I mean,
Neat or nothing.
begs the point. Like,
No. Neat or nothing for me. I just prefer neat. It's easier.
No.
But
I like neat.
you should drink whiskey the way you want to drink whiskey. I'm just saying, branch out a little bit, try something new. You may hate it, and that's fine. It's fine if you hate it.
Yeah.
You can always add the ice later. We're going to be getting into some warmer summertime months here soon.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually go back to visiting ice in my whiskey after not having done that for quite a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's the summer months. You want something cold. You want something refreshing.
Purist.
Oh, you're a purist. Okay. All right. So yeah, try something new. Get your new glass. Try a whiskey a different way. Make yourself a cocktail with it. You know, just have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun. Don't take it so seriously. This is a hobby. Be curious.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Just literally have fun.
Be-
Have fun,
yeah.
experiment, figure out what you like. And what we say doesn't matter, but it might help inform what your decisions on what you like. So maybe something I like might make you try something else, or something Josh likes might make you try something that you realize that you also like. So take our information, but it's not gospel.
So that's it for
That's
this week,
it.
guys. We'll be back next week with another episode.
All right, yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. If you like this content, please hit that like button.
Like it.
Thumbs
if you
up.
like it, like it.
If you like it. Thumbs up that
Yeah.
button. Hit that thumbs up button. Don't thumbs up that button. Hit it. Press that. And also subscribe if you want to see more content like this.
Until next time, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Those are fun.
Peace.